What's up, guys? Back in today with what will be the final reaction to the My Hero Academia main series, episode 144, maybe? Episode 11 of the final season. It was an absolute banger episode last week. Really looking forward to seeing how we're going to finish things off. I have a vague idea. I mentioned this last week. I've got a vague idea from remembering some of the things people seem to trash about the ending in the manga. All I saw on Twitter, and that's what you get on Twitter, that is the algorithm. Same on YouTube, as is evident from my One Punch Man reaction videos. Hate goes a long way, and all I saw for the final chapters of My Hero Academia was hate. So I'd be really interested to see not just my reaction, but other people's reactions to this and how they kind of compare to the manga readers, if there is maybe any changes to the manga. I know that Kaguya-sama, which recently aired a trailer to the new special, has cut out almost 80 chapters, I believe, because of, I'm not sure if it's because of, but one of the speculative reasons is because of the fans' reception to those chapters, not enjoying them so much, so they decided to cut them out of the anime. I'm hoping it's not the same here, because not just me, but it feels like most people have seemed to really enjoy this final season so far. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, see if it's a satisfying ending. I did mention last week I had been spoiled on Deku's fate, and I mentioned that it was a dream I had as a kid, maybe even still, but given the the pay and such of of that role, probably not so much, to be honest. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what we got here. Can't believe it's actually finished. It doesn't feel like it's like fully going to be gone just because of the Vigilante series, which I've said numerous times, I feel captures the initial seasons of My Hero Academia really well. It's got that kind of fluffy, not too serious feeling about it. Just like pure fun. It was quite dark. It did get a little bit dark towards the end of the season, but really enjoying that. So it doesn't feel like a full ending, but yeah. Won't be the last time we see quite a few of these characters, thankfully. And yeah, it's a normal length. If anything, it seems to be a bit shorter of an episode than usual. That thing. That face that girl's putting. Jesus. So could very easily be the start of the new All for One, which we've been talking about last few weeks. So that, I thought that was part of his quirk, but actually just sew his mouth shut. That's fucked. Look how big those holes are. You have to use. Hey, little old lady. Be a zero. Be a zero, lady. Yeah, I mean, this is. Oh, crap. Really? She could have possibly stopped this young Shigaraki. Yeah, hopefully a lesson's been learned, even at this old age. Let's go, old lady. Even these randy old women can be heroes. Potentially stop a future disaster, future deaths. Good that she learned her lesson as well, by the way. Good on her. About the heroes were here. I mean, I'm not sure what Deku could have done. I mean, he could have done the same thing, but you know what I'm saying. If it did end up bad. Okay, I like that. I like that. Shows how far far the public's perception as such has come. I'm not especially kind of old or anything, but it reminds me of how like 80s movies and such used to capture people. People just seem to be a bit nicer, a bit more nicer to their fellow man, nicer to strangers, a bit more trusting, which is negative in some regards. I know it can put you in more danger and such, and it's probably safer to be a bit more by yourself and care only for yourself. But it does feel like it's a more of a lonely world nowadays, doesn't it? This kind of reminds me of maybe those better times, even though again I wasn't about during those times. Nowadays, it's like if you help someone out, it got to be recorded on 5 different headpiece cameras, and got to be done like social media, and you've got to show people how good a person you are and such. I've been a fan of that. I mean, I think I spoke about this topic a few times. It's not really much to do with the show here, but like, I like people doing good things, but it just feels a bit tainted when you see that they do it for their like YouTube channel, or they do it for the purpose of content, or like the ulterior motives. Don't just do something to do something instead of like, yeah. Like whenever I've done something like donated or whatever, I've never shouted about it. It doesn't feel like a natural thing to do. How far you've come as well. Shonen Bakugo. Bakugo Shonen. I think that's how you say it, actually, isn't it? Hey, Kenta. Joined school himself. Awesome. It was leveled up his his stuff. So yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier when I said slight spoiler. I knew that Deku became a teacher, and I said earlier that's funny because I was an absolute rat bag in school. Like, I think a lot of teachers hated me. I got along with a lot of teachers as well. It was a very love hate thing, I guess. But I always wanted to be one. But again, as an adult, I'm not sure it's a viable thing, which really sucks. Kind of like doctors, but even worse in a way. Oh my god, look how small he is. He was always small anyway. Jesus Christ. Look how small he is. Um, yeah, it's a lot to deal with for very little pay. And it's not as bad as doctors in that regard. I mean, doctors get slightly better pay. Still a lot to deal with, probably even more to deal with, better pay. But even so, like, there's hundreds of things you could be doing that pay better than being a teacher. And they aren't quite as fulfilling though, I don't think. But yeah, I like this outcome for him. It's still something to do with like being a hero. He still gets to kind of mold the heroes of today in a different sense than he did as a teenage boy here. He doesn't look awfully old, so I do wonder how old he is at this respect. But yeah, this is like something I can get behind. I think people were like, again, I saw a lot of people like joking about his profession, and it just feels a bit weird. It feels kind of natural to me now. That's awesome to see that, by the way. It might seem like overkill, but it's nice that they can use so many powerful heroes on such a situation. And the meetings. So is that Shurakumo died then? I'll assume. Oh, you weak then, Bakugo. I say that, I kind of forget that his arm was an absolute bit. Pretty incredible recovery. Yeah, I can attest to those mountain runs they were doing there. Been doing them with my football club recently. Oh God, they're a pain in the arse. Hey, we had one of these little setups in that spin-off. Got to say, kind of putting President Mike to shame right here. No idols or nothing. There's Pop Step. Nubian getting him. Okay. Ida. I've mentioned this previously as well, but I like the fact that his brother's a reasonably big portion of the spin-off. I wouldn't say a big portion, but he pops up quite often, which is nice. What is this OST? I've never heard this one before. I like it. I bet this is a movie song. But I haven't heard this one before, I don't think. We've still got runtime left, baby. What are we doing? Gintama here? What's going on? There's some Gintama stuff going on? Yeah, I need to listen to that OST for sure. Like I said, I don't think I've heard that one. That sounds like a kind of special OST, if you know what I'm saying. Did that say 8 years later? It kind of feels like we've gone back in time with the uniforms. Club Penguin over here. God. Oh God. But we don't need strong heroes. Now's not the time of heroes, is it? Well, it kind of is, but now's the time that everybody's a hero. You don't need to be strong per se. You need to have a strong personality. Be a strong person, not a strong hero. And they actually call him by that. that name actually sticks in the future. Damn well it should. Geeks that help save the world. Many of people do, bro. Oh, is that? No, I recognise someone there, and it wasn't him. No, it was the bug guy. I don't know how I recognise someone that just looks like that versus someone with six arms first, but yeah. Oh, nice. Well, that girl's got a flat head. Too late for that. He maybe looks the most different. Everyone else looks quite similar. I mean, he looks a little similar, so I don't get me wrong. But he looks like he's matured the most. Really? Momoa? Really? Wasn't expecting that. I also kind of wasn't expecting Mirio to be up there. I guess he's getting much more accustomed. Just having his quirk back. I kind of forget exactly what the deal is, but he lost it and then he was like slowly getting it back. I think it was way like you couldn't have a quirk like that in the show. I don't think that that was yeah that was a crazy quirk permeation. That's not like we haven't had really OP quirks, but that one especially does it's like crazy. Fuck off. These guys got their own fragrances. Is that going to be good though? I mean, clearly they're successful, but I don't know. Is that all a bit of a cash grab? Good effort, bro. You tried. Eat pavement, kid. Man, this reminds me a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I watched that when I was a kid. I was unbelievably hype. Yugi in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. And I believe, don't quote me on this. I didn't watch all of them, but I believe he actually even comes back in the sub version, the end of the series. They always miss the best parts. They always like no, this is too much for children. That's always like the best parts. 5Ds especially. Just showing his passion. Isn't that All Might's line? The end. Is that it? No, I've still got 5 minutes. I did, yeah. I feel like we've still got a few minutes left. Maybe got like a. Maybe I've got a bit of a Kid Tower thing going on here. Maybe we'll have like a full wrap up with like the full opening song. A full recap of the whole series, maybe. He's gonna be Batman. He's taking up the Batman mantle. Probably got a bit rusty after all these years. Oh wow, it's actually as his old suit was, but just mecha. But yeah, this is passing down the Batman mantle. Wow, kind of expected that to never come up again. Old mecha All Might thing, which was really cool. It looked cool as fuck, didn't he? I don't think Deku will look quite as cool. Hey, look at Todoroki there. Todoroki, he's absolutely just aura farming right now. He definitely has matured the most out of everyone here, hasn't he? And he knows it. He knows he's become the most handsome. But yeah, everyone else here. I mean, look at Shiso, is it? Looking exactly like a Razorhead right there. Like, exactly. Uraraka looks exactly the same. Quite a few of these characters look exactly the same, to be honest. The tail guy looks really different, doesn't he? I thought that was Kaminari for a minute, but he looks really different. Everyone else looks pretty much exactly the same. Bug Boy looks a bit. The animal talking guy looks a bit different as well. To be fair, his hair's grown a bit. Bakugo looks slightly different. Ida looks like he's aged 20 years compared to everyone else, anyway. Unfortunately, Mineta is only got a beard, which serves to make him look even stranger. But yeah, everyone's looking good. Yeah, especially look at this guy, just like aura farming on the right here. Jesus, you know that's getting a lot of fan material. Joe, I kind of hope we hear the first opening as well, because I think that's probably still my favourite opening. Oh, it's this little callback to one of the openings right here. But yeah, I'd love to hear the first opening, to be honest. Hey, nice. We won't forget you, bro. I do love a bit of bumper chicken as well, of course. Sounds like a euphemism. Bumper chicken. But I'm just a really big fan of. I mean, of course they've done the opener for the season as well. But I'm a really big fan of them. They do one of the awesome songs in Great Teacher Onizuka, as well as a few other shows. I think they've done Full Metal Alchemist original series opening as well. They just do some really awesome stuff whenever I hear them. Go become a street dancer. So that is one thing I'm surprised about. I won't. I don't know if I want to say anything just yet. I guess I will because I've literally got a minute of the series left, so I guess a slight spoiler for the last minute of the series. But I swear Deku and Uraraka kind of got together. Maybe that's something they omitted. But I mean, that was kind of proven to be a case last week. Don't get me wrong, but I'm surprised we didn't see them as adults kind of together. I was very much expecting to see that today, and maybe we still will. Hey, nice area. Yeah, this guy looked well different earlier. Honestly, Sugar Man's looking a bit like Knuckle Duster from Vigilantes. Hey, nice. The Ingeniums. Yeah, these two, honestly, the older they get, the more creepy they might get. Hey, Hawks, nice. That can't be nice. That can't be nice. That must be absolutely freezing. Yeah, strangely enough, I feel like Deku's got the most fulfilling kind of ending, honestly. Our story continues on. And yeah, that is it. So yeah, again, I'm like, that's the one thing I'm very surprised I didn't see. Not a single scene with Deku and Uraraka. I expected there to be like something, but no, absolutely nothing regarding that. Again, I guess that we kind of got that last week, but I could have swore we saw their baby. Maybe we saw him in this episode and I just didn't notice. But I could, maybe I'm just making things up. But I could have swore I remember seeing like they had a baby or something. I'm probably just making things up. Maybe that's some kind of crappy fan fiction. But yeah, I'm surprised to see not much like that, to be honest. Honestly, this might, as fulfilling as everything was in this episode, this might have been my favourite moment, honestly. Right at the start here, just some random old woman actually ends up being the old woman that interacted with Shigaraki, or well, just as he was going loose, and her kind of arguable if you say make up for a mistake, but learn from it at the very least, and actually kind of act upon her instincts here instead of being too scared. And that is a really good example of everything that we've done actually being worth something. I mean, it's all well and good if we save the world, then everything kind of happens again. But to leave a lasting impact to where this is now like the end to a situation like that, it's just like the best possible outcome, isn't it? Well, that was again probably my favourite part of the episode, which might sound strange considering all the really nice wrap ups and interactions and such we did get here. I mean, I guess we got this scene of them walking together here, but like, yeah, I expect to see more of that. Slightly surprised. Yeah, let me know if you guys did read the source material. Let me know if I'm going crazy. I'm struggling to see what was so controversial about all of this. Like I said earlier in the episode, I saw a lot of people hating. So very strange again, considering it was so fulfilling. It did kind of feel like just 20 minutes of absolute fan service. Wasn't your kind of tip? I mean, that's what happens at the end of like stories like these, isn't it? It's not your typical kind of episode structure, but everybody that loved any character in the series got a bit of something here, I think, in these last 3 episodes, didn't they? And yeah, really nice wrap up. Again, it doesn't feel fully kind of like it's all completely finished, and there's a sense of full finality just because there is that Vigilante series, which, like I said plenty of times, does carry on the will of the series really well, in my opinion. I think it captures it really nicely, and hopefully we'll see a few more of the characters in that series come over from this one as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this ending in the comments. Let me know what your guys' favourite scene was, your favourite fan service. but yeah, again, I just got to say, like, this was my favorite scene. It was just of some random ass characters that were, well, one of them was introduced today, and this one we've had in maybe 2 or 3 episodes. So quite surprising that not what I would have expected going in. But yeah, let me know what your favorite scene was. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I was also going to ask what your guys' favorite opening was. I just have to go with opening one for me, but there's so many good ones in the show, isn't there? But yeah, thank you guys for watching all the videos. As I said, I will be back with Vigilantes, I think, next season. So I'll see you guys then, and have a good rest of your day.